All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is up? What is good with y'all? We have another video. It's by the man, Ball Culture, bro. You guys already know to do. He's at 33.9. Hey, show him some love. And we got the entire downfall of Manchester United explained in 5 minutes. Bro, Manchester United, what happened to y'all? What genuinely happened to y'all? Genuinely, like seriously, what happened to y'all? So we about to find out in 5 minutes.
The Glazer takeover. In 2003, American businessman and owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Malcolm Glazer, began his takeover of Manchester United. He used a leveraged.
That's where they screwed up at, letting a fucking American touch the fucking Manchester United in 2003, bro.
Borrowed money to buy the club, and then put that debt onto United's books. The club was debt free. By 2005, the Glazer family had full control over the club. Since that point,
crazy.
No attempt to treat Manchester United like a football club under their ownership. The Glazers taking millions home annually, even in years when the club underperforms. The club did not even have a director of football until 2021. Poor decision-making and neglect of infrastructure saw the club slowly being ripped open.
Oh, dead ass? I ain't know that.
Together in the beginning.
Wow. Sir Alex Ferguson, bro.
With 13 Premier League titles and 2 Champions Leagues, Ferguson was a manager and director of football rolled into one.
Oh, wow, he was doing it all. He was doing it all, bro.
What would happen when he left? 2013, from Ferguson to Moyes. After winning the Premier League in 2012-13, Alex Ferguson called it a day.
No
succession
I don't blame him.
Placed by the owners. Ferguson handpicked Everton's David Moyes. He signed a 6-year contract, but his tenure lasted just 10 months. Moyes faced immediate challenges. He inherited an aging squad, overhauled Ferguson's trusted coaching staff, and struggled in the transfer market. On the pitch, United's football was slow and uninspired as they finished 7th, missing out on European competition for the first time in nearly 2 decades. Despite moments
That's
of promise,
tough, bro.
winning a Champions League quarterfinal run,
and that didn't happen.
Performances steadily declined, and he slowly lost both the dressing room and the fans.
You had nothing, you had a fool, and you had a waste of time. Good night.
2014, LVG. Following the chaos of David Moyes' tenure, Louis van Gaal was seen as a stabilizing figure. His reign began with a significant squad overhaul, signing players like Angel Di Maria, Ander Herrera, and later Anthony Martial, while promoting the likes of Marcus Rashford and Jesse Lingard. Tactically, Van Gaal emphasized possession-based football. His system was often criticised for being overly rigid, slow, and lacking attacking flair. In his first season, he secured a 4th-place finish and Champions League qualification. The following year, however, the club was eliminated in the group stage of the Champions League and finished in the league. On a bittersweet note. Just 2 days after winning the FA Cup in 2016, he was sacked. 2016, the special one. Appointed for his winning pedigree, Jose
Mourinho, bro. I remember that man being. I remember that, bro.
Mourinho made high-profile signings.
Oh, he did.
Paul Pogba,
Yup.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and Romelu Lukaku. 2017-18, United finished 2nd in the Premier League.
They did, which is crazy.
Claimed was his greatest ever achievement. His pragmatic defensive play.
And then they ended up fucking sacking him later on.
A departure from United's traditional attacking ethos. Mourinho clashed publicly with players, notably Pogba, criticised the club's transfer policy, and appeared increasingly isolated, and was sacked in December 2018. 2018, Ole's at the wheel. Initially arriving as a caretaker after Jose Mourinho's dismissal, club legend Ole Gunnar Solskjaer quickly lifted the mood, winning his first 8 games.
Okay.
Remarkable Champions League comeback against PSG. Promoted players like Mason Greenwood, revitalized the careers of Marcus Rashford and Luke Shaw. The team finished 3rd in the Premier League in 2019-20 and 2nd in 2020-21. United also reached multiple semi-finals and the Europa League final in 2021, but lost to Villarreal on penalties. Despite some high points, Solskjaer struggled tactically against top sides, lacked consistency, and often relied on individual brilliance. Big signings like Bruno Fernandes made an impact, but others, such as Donny van de Beek and Jadon Sancho, underperformed. The 2021-22 season began with high expectations following the arrivals of Cristiano Ronaldo and Rafael Varane.
It genuinely did.
And Solskjaer was sacked in November 2021.
Tough.
2021, open heart surgery. Solskjaer was replaced by German manager Ralf Rangnick on an interim basis. The most notable part of his tenure
I didn't know this man.
Of the club, stating that open heart surgery was required to fix its issues.
Dang. How you gonna say open heart surgery requires to fix the issues of this team? Good lord.
Commercially focused ownership,
Okay.
neglect of footballing structure,
True.
diabolical transfer strategy,
God.
lack of identity due to constant sacking,
Ugh.
decline in infrastructure, decline in standard and culture.
Hold up, yo. Wait. So commercially focused ownership, neglect of footballing structure, no director of football. So basically, they didn't have no person to like really handle they transfer stuff. Diabolical transfer, $1.6 billion spent on transfers. Oh hell, ugh. Lack of identity compare with Klopp and Guardiola. Okay, yeah, because you know, like like Liverpool and Man City, they had Klopp and Guardiola the entire time. They didn't go through a slew of managers like crazy. And then decline in infrastructure, unchanged training facilities since CR7 left in 2009. Oh, that's rough. And then decline in standard and culture, dressing room leaks, and then mercenary culture. Yeah, I can see why. I can see why.
Ten Hag ball.
Yep.
Next man up was Eric Ten Hag. His first
Oh, yeah.
season brought silverware as United won the Carabao Cup,
Yep.
while also leading the team to the FA Cup final.
Yep.
His second season, United regressed. Questions arose
And
about
bad too.
player management and recruitment, particularly after high-profile signings
And after getting
underperformed.
Yep.
He was sacked in his third season as the team only secured 3 wins from the opening 9 matches, placing them 14th. 2024, Ruben and Ineos. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's Ineos Group completed its minority investment in Manchester United in February of 2024, while Ten Hag was in charge, acquiring a 27.7% stake in the club. This deal granted Ineos control over Manchester United's football operations.
Damn.
The Glazer family retained majority ownership and commercial oversight. With football in control, Ineos brought in Portuguese manager Ruben Amorim. So far, he has led Manchester United to a Europa League final, which they lost to Spurs, and their worst finish in Premier League history. Is this rock bottom, or could the club fall even further? Let me know in the comments, and thanks.
I'm not gonna lie though, Manchester United, they got to get themselves together, bro. And especially with the Glazer family being being Americans and being owners of like the Tampa Bay Bucks. Oh hell nah. So I feel like Man U, they could get themselves together. Honestly, like it does take a minute for someone to clean up after so many people's messes. Genuinely, it does. But hopefully, Man U can get themselves together under Ruben Amorim. But if not, hey, I don't know what to tell y'all, Man U fans. Y'all are going through it. But hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm out, and I'll see y'all later.